Stuck in conflict? I'm John.
My name is Vi. We've been working in the area of conflict for all of our working life. We're really excited about the opportunity of conflict. I know it doesn't feel like it when you're in the middle of it, but we're here to tell you there's value in conflict.
What we want to do is cover 5 questions that'll help you not only get unstuck from your conflict, but actually help you begin to get some real value from the conflict. The first question is, so why are you stuck in conflict?
What is it that keeps that pattern going round and round? What is it that you're fighting inside? There are 2 parts, and you feel at a loss to know what action to take next.
And so the answer to that first question gets you just to, for a second, to stand back from what's going on between you and the other person. And it's that stand back that gives you that moment, and that's the beginning of being unstuck. So that's our first question. Why are you stuck in conflict?
Second question is, what gets you triggered in conflict? So think about that for a minute, because what is it that you actually say to yourself about yourself? That's the critical thing. What do you say about yourself?
And it's important because conflict is not only something that's going on between people, but it's what triggers for within me, right? So that's why the importance of that particular question, as question number 2, because I can be in conflict. You might not even know it, because if I'm the kind of person who brings the conflict in and holds it there, then in fact you're not even going to experience that conflict from me. So it's conflict is triggering something for me. Being aware of that's important.
And it's even the thing that it triggers inside. It's something that makes you squirm. It's not who you want to be. And it takes a while to actually get there, to actually find it.
That brings us to the third question. What is it that you're doing that keeps this conflict going?
So I think lots of times what happens is because you don't want to face the part inside of you that's been triggered, that really uncomfortable part of you, the restless part of you that you don't know what to do with, you end up behaving in a certain way. And it's the behavior that keeps the conflict going, because you either maybe come out aggressively, maybe you shut down, all the kind of behaviors which push the other person away and maintain the conflict.
So you're saying, Vi, that when I'm in conflict with someone else, it's not just about what's going on between me and the other person. There's also a piece of what's going on inside of me. And by having some understanding of that, it's going to help me with the other person.
Because if you understand what's going on inside of you, you won't just be reacting, and the behavior will not be something that is just going to keep feeding the conflict between the 2 of you.
So the first 3 questions are actually focused on what it's doing to me. The 4th question is, what's going on for that other person, is our 4th question.
And what's really important is once you have figured out what's going on for yourself, then it's much easier to actually start becoming curious, if you can, about the other person. And you'll recognize that some of the things that are going on for them are very similar to what's going on inside of you. Even if you can't figure out what their internal struggle is, because you've got a hold of some pieces of yourself that are making you uncomfortable, you're assuming that the other person is experiencing some discomfort as well.
So that brings us to the 5th question. So what's the opportunity for you?
We often don't think of conflict like this, but really what conflict does is it signals that there's a need for change. And if we can take that action and maybe even think about what's one small little thing that you can do on the basis of this conflict, then you'll make some headway and you'll get past that stuck place.
And so by tracking through these 5 questions, you're doing a number of things. You're not only becoming to understand the other person a bit better, but the problem of being stuck in conflict is that it's triggering something from within me. And if I'm focused on what's going on for me, I can't focus on what's going on for you. And so those 5 questions help us deal with and come to terms with what's going on for ourselves. But also in doing that, it gives us an opportunity to become curious and see the other person in a slightly different way, or be curious about what's triggering for them. And in doing that, it leads us to having an opportunity in conflict and finding value in it. We hope you found this valuable. If you are stuck in conflict, please reach out to us. We'd be very happy to help you. Just be in contact through the information provided below.